regarding the Salvation Challenge. And speaking of cinema, I could swear the content is completely skewed toward water. Because on the 24/7 live feed, they are giving all the spotlight, all the focus, exclusively to earth and fire. The title of the movie, What the Water Took Away, says it all. As I've been telling you all day, there is no water content anymore. It's nothing but earth and fire. All day long, I knew they were going to target Celine's over the comment she made, which she actually repeated twice, suggesting that perhaps Kaylee has a crush on one of the other girls. Can anyone tell me what's so bad about that? It's just an opinion, it happens. Kirby didn't actually push Kaylee in the bathroom. Kaylee was the one who got in the middle of it. They are showing all the earth and fire videos exclusively during the gala episodes, so that the water team remains in the dark. All water knows is the little bit of information the little cards managed to relay. And now they are blatantly biasing the 24/7 feed in favor of earth and fire, giving them the sole advantage of the spotlight, just so we forget all about water. My main concern right now, aside from what the actual challenge entails, is the manipulation taking place. I really hope water wins that Salvation Challenge. However, I have a feeling they're going to eliminate Kaylee just to anesthetize us, to make us stop applying pressure so that the boss can push Fabio and Stefano through to the finals. Did you notice how it was Fabio who latched onto Josh during that confrontation segment? The position in ceremony with the boss. And speaking of Christina, you've given me a massive headache. Just take Kaylee home with you and make her your friend there. But be careful, did you hear me, Jenny? The queen once said that dignity isn't for sale, and certainly not for a few eggs. For God's sake, the boss sold you out to the lowest bidder, and for nothing more than a few eggs at that. Gina was bought and sold like a cow by the boss, and Fabio, that pimp, was the one who handed over the eggs as payment for this act of human trafficking in this case. Regarding Jenny, my people, I want to be clear. When Fabio went to Jenny and told her it's for 13 eggs, that's the dynamic. I gave Josh 13 eggs so we could go to the suite and have a meal, just you and me. Well, the duty of a decent woman, in every sense of the word, a woman of principle, would be to say, I'm sorry, Fabio, but I don't sell myself, and I am not going to the leader room under those conditions. I'm also sorry to La Jeffa, but I don't like this dynamic. I won't sell myself for eggs. That is, unless my people. She was already in on it and was part of this whole garbage scheme before this dynamic even took place. Jenny may not have money, but there isn't enough money in the world to buy a human being's dignity, and certainly not for a few eggs. Tonight, the podcast moderator is gonna be the Laura Bozzo of the group. Let's see what La Jeffa has cooked up to attack Agua, seeing as a panel of idiots, along with Javier, have already made it their mission to absolutely destroy her. Alright, leave your comments below. I feel like throwing up. Are you seriously going to tell me that Sandra, who was able to move that massive box with total control, handle it perfectly and score 350 points with absolute ease, can control those little plastic balls on that flimsy lightweight base? Jeffa, please! No to fraud and no to cheating. They passed the budget challenge. They secured 100%. That's great. Finally, something positive amidst all this chaos this week. My people, tonight that party is gonna be fire! And if they drink too much, well, I can fight. Basically told them to provoke the water team just to get someone expelled. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Come on, guys, don't be so ruthless. Help me out tonight with the party. The theme is the value of forgiveness, and it's being moderated by Laura Bozzo. So far, she's handled it quite well. To sum it up, earth and fire are the victims, while water is the aggressor. They're defending themselves with nothing but truth and sincerity. Please cue the violins for the earth and fire teams. They've actually brought me to tears. What an incredibly clever Jeffa. Josh's Life Curve segment is focusing entirely on events that took place inside the house. If you pay attention, Sandra Veronica's segment covered her childhood outside the house, whereas Kaylee's segment started inside the house, because essentially she has no past to speak of within this context. Now the Jeffa is fixing the mistake she made with Kaylee's segment by giving Josh's life story within the house instead. What a brilliant move, Jeffa! It's like the Hunger Games playing out right here on the podcast. And listen to this Fabio guy, he's absolutely filthy. Everything that comes out of his mouth is just profanity. Every sin,
every cent.